Maintenant, on passe au pronom relatif dans. Généralement, le pronom relatif dans évite la terminaison d'une phrase avec la préposition de. C'est-à-dire, it avoids the use of using. In French, we do not use de to end a word. That is one. Secondly, le pronom relatif dont, comme les autres pronoms relatifs, it, it's used to link two sentences together. Par exemple, I'm saying, il a peur, il a peur du chien. Then I'm saying, le chien est mort. Now I have two sentences here. Il a peur du chien, he's scared of the dog, and I'm saying, oh, the dog is dead. So in order to bring these sentences together, I can say, le chien il a peur de est mort. Yeah, I could have said this, but it's very, very wrong because in French, you do not have de in a sentence when you have the verb. That is, the verb is avoir peur de. In this case, we cannot use this de here because it's going to be wrong. That's why the French one introduced the preposition donc. So to be able to link these two sentences together, we have to use donc instead of using qui or que and having to use the de. So now we are going to cancel this and it becomes le chien dont il a peur est mort. This means that, oh, the dog he is afraid of is dead. The dog he is afraid of is dead. Secondly, généralement, all verbs that has de at the end of them, verbs like avoir besoin de, avoir peur de, avoir raison de, parler de, all those verbs. For example, I'm saying, oh, the person I'm talking about. Normalement, it is la personne que je parle de. La personne que je parle de. We cannot end a sentence with do in French. C'est totalement incorrect. So here, to avoid the use of this que and de, we have to use the pronom relatif dont. So this one now becomes la personne, the person I'm talking about, la personne dont je parle est le professeur dans la classe. Et le professeur, la personne dont je parle est le professeur dans la classe. For instance, I can say, the money I'm in need of. The money I'm in need of. Oh, l'argent dont j'ai besoin. Because the verb is avoir besoin de, and we cannot use it in French. We cannot use de at the end of the verb in French. L'argent dont j'ai besoin est avec mon ami. Voilà. So here we use dont généralement to avoid the use of de at the end of a sentence or at the end of a verb. At the end of a verb. So it goes with the verb that ends with do or an adjective. So we must master this particular rule. It is very, very important. We make such mistakes every time, which is not supposed to be. So now we have learned how to use don't. We have learned how to use don't, and then we hope to become better on it through usage. Avec la pratique, on devient plus fort, on comprendra plus les règles et savoir utiliser, savoir employer les règles quand vous parlez. Quand vous parlez, n'oubliez pas. So now we are not going to examples of pronoun relatifs, les pronoms interrogatifs. Les pronoms interrogatifs. Pour une personne, we have qui, que, à qui, à quoi, de qui, de quoi, avec quoi. Pour une personne, par exemple, I'm saying, normalement, I'll ask questions. Qui means who generally. Qui. Oh, qui est? Who is it? Who is it? While pourquoi, I can say c'est quoi. What is it? These are actually very simple. C'est quoi? What is it? And if I have à qui means to whom. I can say à qui ai-je l'honneur voilà. À qui? To whom? Oh, to whom am I pleased? To whom am I allowed to speak to? To whom am I honored to talk to? To whom? And we have à quoi. À quoi. I can give you an example to say à quoi sert cette explication? Oh, to what use is this explanation? À quoi? À quoi? Then we have another one here. To qui? Oh, from whom? From whom? Or from who? Oh, from who are you? Then we have de quoi? From what? From what? We have avec qui? Oh, avec qui je parle? Avec qui? Avec quoi? With what? Avec qui? With who? Avec quoi? With what? So those are the pronoun interrogative that we have that directly talk about people and choses, personnes et les choses. We also have some other ones like lequel, laquelle, lesquels, auquel, à laquelle, auquel, duquel, de laquelle. Like we have explained earlier in the first slide, we have this kind of pronoun interrogative too. Like I said, in the first place, I'm saying, oh, apportez-moi un de ces livres sur la table. Oh, bringing one of these books on the table. Mais la personne à qui je parle ne connaît exactement le livre dont je parle. La personne à qui je parle ne connaît pas exactement le livre dont je parle, ou bien le livre dont je demande. Now, the person is now asking me, oh, lequel? I'm saying bring one of these books on the table. The person does not know which one exactly I'm talking about. The person can ask me, oh, lequel? Which one? If livre was féminin, person will ask me, oh, laquelle? Laquelle? If I'm telling the person about plural masculine object, it becomes lequel, masculine, or lequel, feminine. So apart from this, there are no the usage of this actually determines how perfect we become using them to ask questions and answer questions and how to form them in a sentence. This actually determines the kind of French we speak and how fluent we become when we speak those French. Now, after this, I'll have to give an assignment on page 88, exercise 1 and 3. Page 88, exercice 1 et 3. Alors, merci beaucoup aujourd'hui pour votre participation et j'espère que vous avez bien appris les nouvelles choses. Essayez de les pratiquer plusieurs fois et continuez à apprendre le français, parler le français, puis que votre français soit approfondi. Merci beaucoup pour votre participation et portez-vous bien et bonne journée.